Hey, it's Schande, and I'm here with a really awesome special guest. Please give a warm welcome to Mermaid Adora.
Hello.
As you can see, it's pretty obvious Miss Adora is a mermaid.
What?
What? I know, it's crazy.
And here all this time I wanted to be a human.
I know, right? You wanted to be part of that
The
world. So, Adora and I have worked together for quite a while, and I noticed that there are a lot of similarities between the furry fandom and the mermaid community. So I decided that I would just interview her real quick to see if she can give us a little insight about how the mermaid community works and stuff.
Of course, I would love to.
Well, lovely. Thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Alright, well, first question is, how long have you been a mermaid?
Well, I've been a mermaid for about 2.5 years. A professional mermaid for about 1 year.
Alright, cool. Well, what made you want to become a mermaid?
Well, I've seen a lot of mermaids swimming around and heard it was a really awesome profession to be in, and I've always loved the water, and every single job I've ever had has been water related, and just the idea of being a mermaid was amazing. So it was a 2 a.m. decision to buy a mermaid tail that I have not regretted ever since.
Does anyone really regret any like middle of the night Amazon purchases, honestly?
Hope not. I mean, refund.
Refund. So, much like furries, how we have our custom purses and stuff, y'all have your custom mermaid tail?
We do, yes. This right here is not really a custom mermaid tail. I kind of wore it today just for ease of transport.
Transport?
Yeah, I can't speak human words.
Or human words.
But I do have a full silicone mermaid tail, and that was custom made for me.
How much did that cost?
That cost about $3,500, which is kind of average for
that's about an average
custom.
full suit, yeah.
Not gonna lie. Yeah.
So with that custom made tail, what was the process of like commissioning it?
Oh, okay, so what you do is you contact the seller and ask them and what they're capable of doing, and usually they'll give you like a little template of like the mermaid tail, then you can color in your own designs, and you pay like half the deposit to them and send them your designs, and they kind of give you about a couple months to kind of get the other half in, and then once you pay the full set, they'll start working on your tail. So what you have to do is you have to duct tape your whole your legs together and measure like every inch or every half inch, and measure the width, so that way they know exactly how to make your tail, what size, and you send them the duct tape dummy as well.
That must take forever.
It is sweaty.
I bet, yeah. And where did you get your mermaid tail from?
Oh, I got my mermaid tail, my silicone tail, which I am not wearing today, from Mernation. This is a Fin Fun fabric tail. And the great thing about these is they are very easy to get in and out of. The silicone tails can take about 30 minutes if you're not used to it.
So what is your favorite part about being a mermaid?
Oh, my favorite part about being a mermaid is inspiring children. When you show up on the beach, or you show up in a pool, the kids just flock to you, and you can teach them about ocean conservation, and you can just inspire this magic that most kids are taught to not believe in. And as a mermaid, you can kind of help inspire that magic and bring it back to them while teaching ocean conservation.
There's a drone over there. Hi! Apologies if you hear that in the background, viewers. Now, we talked about what your favorite part of being a mermaid is. What is your best memory of being a mermaid?
Well, my best memory of being a mermaid was actually right out here on the beach. I was swimming with some other mermaids, and we were discussing ocean conservation with kids and just about the magic of being a mermaid. And some little boy on a pier threw a water bottle into the water.
Oh no.
Right near a group of mermaids, which made no sense. So I dove under the water and I swam up to it, and I just grabbed the water bottle, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, in front of mermaids, you're going to litter in the ocean with single-use plastic. And so after that, like, I just swam all the way back to the shore, and I asked a human to throw it away for me. But this is one of my favorite parts about being a mermaid, is that you can use being a mermaid for ocean conservation to save the fish.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're mythical creatures, but we don't want them to be mythical too.
Exactly. So, exactly how hard is it to get dressed up in your tail? Because with some really intricate fursuits, it can take quite some time.
With this tail, it was super easy. Just roll in and roll out, kind of like leggings or stockings. But with the silicone tail, you have to use a water-based lubricant, or sometimes just water will work, and to kind of like squeeze into it. So what I like to do is I like to put 1 foot in and slip the monofin over my foot. Then I use a leash to help get the monofin over my 2nd foot. You just kind of like roll the silicone up, but it can be quite fun and hard.
I'm sure.
And sweaty.
Yeah. So as a mermaid, you have to act like a mermaid. So how long did it take for you to perfect like your mermaid swim?
The mermaid swim, for me, it really didn't take all that long because I'm always been around the water. I'm an avid swimmer. I've been a lifeguard forever, it feels like. Although I did go to Texas and I went to a mermaid school in Texas, and they kind of helped me perfect the things that even I didn't realize I was doing wrong, just to get a more fluid, graceful swim.
That's cool. There's always stuff you can learn.
Always.
Now, one of the biggest things in the furry fandom is that we have conventions. Do mermaids have conventions too?
We do have conventions. We don't really have like huge conventions, unfortunately, but we do have smaller, what we call pod meetups, or like pod squads, and they'll get together and we'll do local swims, or like sometimes we'll travel to do swims, and it can be quite fun. I mean, it's nice to meet other people.
I bet, yeah. That's part of what being a part of a community is all about, really. It's just meeting a bunch of people, making friends all over the world.
It is really fun.
So, one of the aspects of the furry fandom is that we have, like, celebrity furries that we like to call poppy furries.
Yes.
We like our puns here. So, I was wondering, does the mermaid community have celebrities like that?
We do. We do have some pretty awesome celebrities that I feel like kind of embody the whole idea of being a mermaid, and they like to write like help books, and they help other mermaids kind of get on their feet, it's really nice to see how nice the mermaid community can be. And how everyone's super helpful.
That's good, that's good. Yeah. Alright, and last question I have for you today.
Okay.
So tell us about what you do as a professional mermaid. Sounds like the drone's back.
What I do. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching kids how to swim like mermaids in a nice, safe environment. I am certified for American Heart Association with, so I am certified for lifeguard, CPR, First Aid Red Cross, AED. I have taught swim lessons, and I was also taught how to teach children to swim in mermaid tails in a safe environment, so I have all the qualifications needed for that. So that is what I'm going to be doing. Also, I like to do performances where you go in a tail and you swim in the pool and you put on performances and shows to help inspire and bring the magic. And
that's right.
One of my favorite things, once again, as I have been saying, is inspiring people to learn about the ocean and ocean conservation, and to help children and adults learn that the ocean is full of magical, wonderful creatures. And once again, that we don't want them to be mythical like we are. And so that's kind of like what I love to do the most as a mermaid. Although I do teach mermaid lessons to, once you get kids in the water, you can get them to care about the water. And I love doing performances because that brings more attention to mermaids, so I can speak about ocean conservation.
So with ocean conservation, just a real quick question, what's your favorite sea creature?
My favorite sea creature is the shark.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people are like, oh no, sharks, dangerous. And no, they're not really, but they are media's favorite animal to villainize. Yes, sharks can probably do a lot of damage to you, but there are less deaths when it comes to sharks than there are car accidents or plane accidents. And when it comes to sharks, most of the time when they bite you, they only bite out of curiosity. They don't actually eat humans. If that makes sense. I think of sharks, if I had to compare them to a land animal, it'd be a cat. Because they really don't care that you're there unless you have food. And they're like, ooh, tasty. Hey, human, come here. And so they're elusive, and they're just kind of like there in the background unless something's interesting to play with, or like food. So I think of sharks kind of like feisty cats.
Yeah. All right, well, that is all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for coming onto my channel.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And you're on social media, yes?
I am, yes. I am mostly on Instagram as Mermaid Adora. I don't know why I did this, but Mermaid Adora. Yay!
Well, I will make sure to include your social media links down in the description below. Please make sure to go follow Adora and check out all of her awesome mermaid stuff because she is super cool.
And life is the bubbles under the sea.
Hey!
Hey! Oh god.
Well, thank you so much for being here with me.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. And thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that shit, and I will see you in the next video. But until then, boop!